this is also breaking news. Bears GM, when asked about Justin Fields, was not 100% on keeping Justin Fields, as he said, basically they're not going to commit to anything. He basically said they would really have to love somebody to move on from Justin Fields. But that, unfortunately, opens the door for a potential move, because when your GM is not saying we're 100% behind Justin, that's it, we don't care about what quarterback's in this draft, they're going to end up seeing an AR-15 in person. They're going to go see C.J. Stroud in person. They're going to go see Bryce Young in person. And they're going to see these attributes that maybe Justin doesn't have. And I think they are going to fall in love with one of these quarterbacks, and I think they're going to take them at the top of their first round. And I think Justin will be on the move, be put on the trade block and be used to kind of to either move up or move around in the draft, personally.
I like Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a great fit for that team. I'm not sure why the GM would really come out and be outspoken like that about Justin Fields. This was his second season, really just getting into his groove. Plus, the Bears just got the number 1 draft pick, so there is a potential that they're done with him and they pick up another quarterback, which would be a very Bears move. The Bears just have been floundering for a while now. Granted, they had a really bad season. I think they only won 3 games. But I think it would be stupid to move on from Fields. And I think it's also stupid to come out and say, I'm not 100% on our now franchise quarterback that we just drafted. It's a little premature. And
it is premature, but I can see why they might be. Maybe they don't do it, but I can see why they may be looking. Justin Fields has not progressed as a passer. He is a great runner of the football. Obviously, he almost put up, let me see his stats here. He put up rushing yards. He put up 1,000 rushing yards this year and 2,000 passing yards, 2,400 passing yards. He went 17-11. He just, to me, he still struggles to read defenses. And while it's okay to rely on your legs, I'm not saying you can't do that. Obviously, you got Lamar Jackson. You don't want your franchise quarterback doing his first read and then taking off. And yes, he's scoring. He is scoring on some of these plays, but that's not set to win. You don't win that way. And while he was great at Ohio State, he's going to have to take a huge leap in year 3. And so the Bears, if they think he can take that huge step, I think they stick with Justin. But again, they might be willing to move on if one of these quarterbacks who are proven passers, C.J. Stroud's a great passer. C.J. Stroud's a better passer than Justin Fields. Bryce Young's a better passer than Justin Fields. So if they fall in love with one of these guys, I could see them moving on. I don't think it's smart to give up on your potential franchise quarterback in only year 2. But if you personally don't see that ability to overcome the deficiencies that he has, then it is time to move on. Sometimes it's better to, get new tires instead of hold on to the same tires you had for a couple years. So,
but in this case, the tread on these tires are still
relatively
fresh.
New.
So, yeah. So you know me, I'm a firm believer in giving people chances. I mean, especially in the NFL, the whole one and done thing just doesn't fly with me. Like one season and you're out. It just, especially when it's a high draft pick, and you wasted
Zach Wilson
at that point.
So what about Zach Wilson? Should the Jets get rid of Zach Wilson? High pick, freshly new. He's going to go into what year? Going to year 3, just like Justin.
Year 3.
Yeah. So is it time to move on from Zach Wilson?
In that case, yes.
So, but what's the difference?
And it's not just because
Zach.
The difference is
they have not shown, either of them have not shown better progressions of passers. The only thing that separates Zach Wilson and Justin Fields is the running ability.
The difference with Zach Wilson is Zach Wilson does not have a locker room around him. Zach Wilson does not know how to speak to the media about his team. He doesn't know how to take criticism well. He doesn't know how to say, yeah, hey, I messed up. I'm the reason why we lost today. He puts the blame on other people. He's very self, I don't know what the word I'm
Unaware.
looking for, but he's all about himself. Yeah. And when you look at his play on the field, his decision making is much worse than Justin Fields. His playing ability is much worse than Justin Fields. And I would say that Zach Wilson has better pieces surrounding him than Justin
Oh,
Fields
he
does.
definitely does that. Garrett Wilson
100%.
should,
Yeah. If you put, I would say if you put Fields on the Jets would flourish. But if you take Wilson and you put him onto the Browns, or not the Browns, the Bears are still going to suck. That's the difference between the two. I think I will say that after this next season, if Fields does not do a Jalen Hurts type of turnaround, that's it. 100%.
especially with
But-
Caleb Williams coming out of the draft and
Yeah.
Drake May.
But
Next year's
but I
draft
have-
class is loaded at quarterback.
But I have to say this: not the downfall, because the Bears have been down there for a little bit now, but the season ending with only 3 wins is not solely on Justin Fields at all. So you can't put all the blame on him, and coming out and saying, yeah, I'm not 100% sold on this guy that I just drafted 2 years ago. It just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. I think as a GM, you need to instill confidence in your quarterback to be able to see positive results, rather than saying, yeah, you're done, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't trust you 100% as my quarterback, so you're gone. But I don't know, maybe that was like a mind game kind of thing that they're trying to do, be like, hey, we're not 100% on you. You need to show us something.
Yeah.
And sparks a fire, and he's like, man, I have got to figure out this passing game and get out there and do like a complete 180 and show them that I'm actually like deserve this position.
Yeah. And I love Justin Fields. He was one of my favorite quarterbacks coming out of high school, and not only high school, but college. He does have to make that, what you said, that Jalen Hurts that turnaround. And someone said, fingers crossed, Bears do something with D-Hop. That could be something. They got Chase Claypool and D-Hop, and then they got Justin Fields. That could help them out a lot. So,
look, if they get D-Hop and Fields can't do anything with that, bye-bye. I mean,
See,
adios.
Adios. With the number 1 pick with the
they're probably going to trade down.
Yeah, if they don't trade down, I think they're going to go with the defensive player. Maybe Will Anderson, maybe because they got rid of Roquan Smith, so linebacker Will Anderson, best linebacker, and some say the best player in the draft. They could go defensive line with Jalen Carter. I think but ultimately I think they go defense, even though they should go offensive line. I don't think there's any offensive lineman in this draft that's worthy of a top 5 pick. Maybe top 10, yes. So they could trade back, get maybe Pierre Lewis from Ohio State, the tackle, who's projected to go from 10 to 15 range.
The Colts need Max Duggan.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't. If the Colts get Max Duggan,
Colts-ish.
Yeah. We'll go with it. Colts, Max Duggan,
Or Will Levis.
Will Levis, Stetson Bennett, or Max Duggan are going to be a Colt.
Those sound like Colts quarterbacks right there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of think the Bears are the Bears get D-Hop. That is, and Fields does nothing with that. Then
yeah, but it's a wrap at that point.
See ya.
There's nothing more I could say to, be like, hey, no, you got to give him another chance. I mean, you had D-Hop. What more do you want? I mean, that's it. That's a wrap for the guy.
What's going on, guys? If you guys like that video, make sure you hit the subscription button and turn on the bell notifications for any time that we go live. We go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, make sure you like this video. Much love from the booth.